So I haven't recorded in like, I've been making small videos here and there. Like I made an NBC, the gas chamber video. I was on the inside, so I didn't record them because I didn't want my phone. My phone was in there, but it was in my pocket. I didn't want to take my phone out in the chamber. Like, so I made a video of me in the chamber though. But, so pick up. Y'all saw that or whatever. After that, we went upstairs and told them everything. And basically this cycle is, I feel more drained this cycle though. Like me, what irritates me is my voice doesn't completely leave. It's like there, but it's not. And so it irritates me. Like you hear it now. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I like to sing. So I'm trying to sing in the car. Like my voice isn't gone like when I talk, but you can like hear it now. It's like weird. But anyways, so I that day happened, and then the next day happened, and then they got all kinds of briefings, and they were like falling asleep and stuff. And CQ wasn't how it usually was this first time, but don't worry, I'm gonna crush it. I'm gonna crush it on the 25th. I'm gonna bring pain and suffering. You can guarantee it. Because I'll have weapons this time, so. What else? They don't seem really undisciplined. I mean, I have a few, like, that, Daddy move. That, are not just, they're not getting it. Like, they just, I always have to talk to a specific, like, 5 already is too early for that, I feel like. Like, there's this one, it's just irritating. Like, and I'm like, why? How did I know it was you? And then yesterday, one of them got my attention. He was like, well, I don't understand why everybody's so scared to ask her to go to the latrine. Well, he didn't say latrine. He was like, I don't get why everybody's so scared to ask her. And so then I looked, and I was like, why are you talking? Shut your mouth. And he was like, I told you. And then he goes, I was like, I'm pretty sure I just told you to shut your mouth. I was like, get in the front lane and rest. Like, he did it on purpose. Like, that was his way to get my attention. It doesn't even make sense. Like, yesterday we started learning, land nav. Well, they started learning land nav. We haven't done the pace count or anything yet. This cycle, we haven't won any of the 2 cycles that I've been here. So this cycle, I'm trying something different. Even though this cycle is a lot slower, I feel like, than my previous 2. But we'll never know. We didn't win PEX, by the way. One of the females just totally gave up. I have the males and the females doing the same amount of PT every night. So, like, we do 20 push-ups and 40 sit-ups. The sit-ups, nobody holds your feet. So, they moved the APFT. Like, I'm not letting them have syrup or Nutri-Grain bars or anything with sugar in it until we take, until after that first APFT. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but it's actually going to be on Friday. And I haven't broken that news to them yet. But, and Red Phase, I don't feel like you should get special stuff anyways. Like, embrace it for these 3 weeks. Embrace the suck, okay? So, the APFT isn't until Friday. So, like, and the privates are irritating me because they're already asking, like, the other drill sergeants, like, can I have a Nutri-Grain bar? No! Wait until after the APFT. Wait, okay? So, yeah, that's going to be a surprise. But, yeah, land nav is a struggle, so I've already, like, briefed them, like, make sure, like, we identify who's really good at azimuths. Well, I was thinking land nav was this week, but it's later on. I mean, it's this week, I think, on Saturday, but it's later on. So I'm not really too much worried about it. I thought we rolled right into it on Monday, so we have a lot of time to work on land nav. So we're going to do our pace count 3 times instead of 2. So instead of you running down, well, you walking down and then walking back down another 100 meters, and then say you get 67 and you get 70 divided by the 2, so you can get your basically your estimate, your average. I'm going to have them do it 3 times. That way they're closer. And I'm telling the privates, who's ever pace count, like whoever is really consistent with it, where if they have the same 3 numbers all 3 times, they're consistent. So make that person your pace count person. And also for the running pace, I'm doing the same thing because usually we do 2. I'm just trying to see if we can change things up and they'll get better. So, I don't know. So that's for land nav. For the confidence tower, we did ropes this time and I demonstrated. I just love the freaking one rope. The one that you like hand over hand on. Like you have your 1 foot on it and you have the 1 foot hanging. I love it. It's so fun. Especially when it's on a decline. Because you're just basically not even doing anything. I mean, you have to pull, but I had to fall on it because I was a demonstrator. They were like, you're going to have to show them the fall. And I was like, I'm already committed, but I don't want to do it. I do not want to fall. Like I didn't braid my hair or nothing. Like, I feel like for certain things like this, I'm going to start braiding my hair. Because I would hate for me to, like, be demonstrating and my wig to fall off. So I think I'm just going to start braiding my hair super, like, tight or whatever. So it's super presentable for things like this. But the thing is I'm a drill sergeant and I don't have a lot of time to be doing all this crap. To go get my hair done, to do all that. So, I don't know. But, what else has happened? We did combo. We didn't get to finish. Like, this cycle is really... We went to the Sabre competition. I have a video of that. I might merge it with this so y'all can see. Yeah, those guys, they look super tired. Like, it's not funny because they did, like, 50 miles of crap. Like, but... It was horrible. And the privates were, like, cheering. And so now when they do exercise, those sappers were doing. They were doing flying burpees, but they would fly, and then they would just fall. Like, I can imagine how tired they were. Like, I would have been done on day, like, 2. Or whatever they did jump in the water, because I can't swim. They said it's like a night jump. I would have died on impact. Because I know I can't swim. Like, I'm dead. I'm finished. Get out of here. But, so, what else? So, we put their stuff away this cycle, so we won't lose their CACs to their pins. Like, we got copies of that not copies, we got them for them to hold them. So, when it is time to use their pin, nobody can be like, Josan, I lost it. I don't know it. So, we're going to identify those problems early. So, that's something I wrote down for my index cards. Like, I'm telling you, next cycle, I'm going to crush it. Like, I had heavy I did this heavy week by myself. Like, I had my senior to tell me stuff to do. But this heavy week, confidence course, PECs, BTT, for serious, like, my mind was blown. But I feel like when you do heavy, like, you run it, you understand, like, the ins and outs. Like, I thought I understand almost everything about being a drill sergeant, like, the stuff we do. But now I understand, like, the behind the scenes, even though I thought you would think being here for 8 months, you would get it. But I realized that I wasn't even on the cusp of what goes on, you know, like with the planning and stuff. But I'm good now. Like, I planned it all. Like, the meals, like, it was just so smooth. Like, we weren't late for anything. Like, I made sure we had plenty of time. And if we didn't, I talked to when we went to the gas chamber, I was like, yeah, the company's going to need a few more minutes, like 10 more minutes to march over there. And it's just a lot of stuff behind the planning. Like, I see why stuff gets messed up sometimes. But if you think about it the whole night, like, a lot of people don't do that. They don't stress. But I think about these things, like, the whole night prior. Like, I'm like, what's going to happen? What about this? Will we have time to do this? Like, I'm an overthinker. So, I feel like the next time we have heavy will be good. So, yeah. Nobody was crazy on the confidence tower. They all did good. For BTT, we got done with that pretty fast. And now we're learning how to march and do manual of arms. So, I taught them the first 5 steps of inspection arms yesterday. They learned left shoulder, right shoulder arms. None of my 2 cycles here, well, maybe my first cycle, I think they learned everything. We did drills outside. But my second cycle, I'm pretty sure none of the platoons learned everything. They didn't all learn inspection, right shoulder and left shoulder arms. They didn't all learn everything. But this cycle, I think we are going to be able to, like, last cycle, it was bad. We were doing testing, and it was like, all right, so we're just going to change the test. They're not going to do this. So, but I think we all get it now, because we're all, like, fairly new. Like, we all haven't, none of us, maybe 2 or 3 have been here 2 for sure have been here for a year. But the rest, out of the 11 drill sergeants we have, we're all coming up on a year. And, you know, with other stuff we have going on, it's hard to have been here for a whole year just drill sergeanting. Because y'all know I went to ALC. So I'm pretty excited. Like, I know they're going to learn everything with the rotations that we do. We're talking to each other, making sure they learn it all. And I think Leonard is going to go great. We just have to keep pushing it. And so there are really no crazies yet. Like, I don't think. No. I mean, I have to really dig, but my first aren't really explaining to me. If we do red phase things during red phase, then you don't have to, like, rein them back in white and blue phase. And I know it's hard to, like, be super mean all the time because sometimes you just want to chill and lay back. But, like, when I hear them talking, like, I'm like, no one asked you to talk, shut your mouths. Like, there should be no talking. So that's going to happen all the way through red phase and, like, white phase as well. Like, I'm not going to let them start getting crazy. I'm never going to let them start getting crazy, but it made a lot of sense. If the reins are super tight forever, like, don't smile at me, don't do this at me, don't. Like, now, if they say stuff at the confidence tower, it's really hard because you got to take off your hat and put on a PC to kind of walk them off the wall, you know, and kind of joke with them to make them comfortable. But after that, it's hard because they let their guard down. So it's like you let your guard down. But I'm hot and heavy on Monday. Like, I'm back to the yelling, back to in the faces. Like, what are you doing? Do you think that's acceptable? Like, I'm not just going to do the front lane arrest thing anymore. I'm just going to make them stand in parade arrest for, like, 10 minutes so they can find their discipline because a lot of them lose it. Like, it irritates me. But, tonight, if I stay late, I'm doing shower drills. I know on Monday I'm staying late. I'm going to do shower drills. So I'm trying to get the males, like all 41 of the males to be finished showering in 20 minutes. And I know y'all like that's a long time, but each of them gets 5 minutes to shower. So 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. Oh, actually, no, it's 10. So I do, these two have 5, and then 8 down there, 8 down there, and there are 2 latrines, and there are 8 showers in each of the latrines. So we have 2 latrines. And so that's 16 at the front, 16 at the back, but that's only 32. So one of the sides has more people than the other. But 4 of them don't shower. So it should even itself out because 4 of them have fire guards, so they don't shower at night. But they shower after their shift. Basically that's it. I know I haven't said anything really exciting, but nothing exciting. Nobody has been, like, super crazy yet. Like, stop. I think we're, everything is happening well, I guess. Except for this one, he wanted to go home. He was like, I want to quit. And I was like, you can't. You raised your right hand. You have to stay here. And I was like, so if they're scared of going to Syria, who put that in their head? I don't know. But, like, they just cried. And this one female was like, I was like, is it so hard to be here? She was like, I didn't think I was going to be leaving my son for that long. She was like, I didn't know. I thought there was not a high possibility of me getting deployed. So you're crying about that right now. I was like, yeah, I know I'm not a mother or anything. And I think about leaving my dog. And I'm sad. But say hey, Eddie. Hey. Say hey, Eddie. Eddie. Say hey. Anyways, I think about leaving my dog. And I'm like, sad. So I guess you can think about it later. But can you make it through basic training first? Because you're struggling. Like, you got to pass the PT test. Like, you crying and you could get sent back home because you didn't even make it in. You just know that you're going to get deployed because you, like, it just didn't make sense to me. And she was just crying, like, super sad because of that. And I was just like, female, get your whole life. Not a little bit of it, but all of it. So, and then, but the one male, I was like, so you're just going to, I think the chances of you surviving will be better on post. Like, your family's behind the gates. Like, they're not going to come for y'all first. If, like, we end up, like, something bad, like, the outcome is bad, you know? But you and your family on the outside, they'll get you first. And he was like, I'll take my chances. No, I walked away from him, and then he called me back, and he was like, Josine, I'll take my chances. What are you saying? I'd like to take my chances and get out. I said, what? No, you can't do that. So I can't take my chances. So I can't quit. I was like, this guy, I'm scared. I'm just scared of going to Syria. I know it's not funny, but being deployed, yeah, a new environment. When I went to Afghanistan for the first time, I was scared, but not to that extent. Like, I said, I'm going to smoke for the first time. So I smoked a cigarette. I was like, what if I die? Not knowing they had cigarettes over there. Like, I was 18, 19. I was clueless. Like, I smoked a cigarette for the first time, and I was 19. And I was like, if I die over there and I never had alcohol, I think I'm going to feel bad for myself. So I drank for the first time, and I smoked a cigarette. The cigarette, I got one puff and a half, and I was dead. I was like, I'll never do it again. Like, I told one of my battle buddies, I was like, I can't believe you do that to yourself. You're crazy. Don't talk to me. Because she was like, are you sick? Okay. I was like, get away from me. You willingly do that to yourself every day. I can't believe you. And the alcohol, I was like, yeah. So if I die now, I tried it, but it was like nothing. So, basically, after that, I got there and I wasn't, more of anything, when we got off the plane, I was like, man, it's cold here. Like, I don't think I thought in my head, if I die, I'm going to be really cold. I was just like, it's really cold here. Like, I wasn't worried about, I'm about to get shot up. Like, I knew I was going there to do a job, and like, I mean, I know a lot of people don't see it this way, but if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. My family's going to get paid. They won't have to continue to struggle the way they're doing now. Not that they're struggling, but they're going to live life. $400,000 for somebody that's never had $400,000 is a lot of money. So, my family, I know, like, when I'm dying, I'm like, my family's sad. Like, I know, like, they're teenagers, though. I wasn't thinking about that when I deployed. I told you I wasn't thinking about dying. But in my mind now, after I do leave here and I go to Syria or something, that's what I'm going to probably be thinking. This hurts really bad, but at the end of the day, like, tell my family, live it up for me. Just make sure that I have hot Cheetos at my funeral. That's all. That's all I want. Can I get that? But I got to go to work now, so y'all be easy. I will have first aid and land navigation. Is it first aid? Oh, it is land nav. But that's not on Monday. It's on Tuesday, so I have plenty of time. So this will defend. This will defend. This will defend. Victory starts here. Victory starts here. Victory starts here. Victory starts here. This will defend. All right, talk to y'all later.